What's up, speakers? This is Alton Jamison, professional speaker, author, and entrepreneur. I wanted to start creating a regular video blog for speakers. Myself, as long as my colleague and partner, Dietrich Trueheart, will be sharing some just amazing tips on the speaking business. We know that there's a lot of noise out there about this is what you should do, and you should do this, and you should do that. But I really want you to be able to hear from two individuals who are very successful. So Adisha will be coming along soon, providing some feedback. Congratulations to her. She just had a newborn child, so we're going to give her some time to get adjusted to that. But she's going to be providing some great insight. She's an amazing life coach and speaker as well. And then I'll be sharing some information. So this first blog I want to talk about is that I want to share with you I want to talk about fee schedules, and in other words, how much to charge. You know, a lot of speakers really dance around this. Oh, you do this and do that. How much to charge? One of the things that I noticed when I first started speaking, I didn't charge anything. I was just speaking for, I always joke on Facebook about it. $25 in a chicken dinner. I was just glad to speak. I was excited about the opportunity to speak. And, if somebody called me, I was just amazingly excited. Even if I had to drive 8 hours to speak for 5 minutes, I would do it. And I was basically ignorance on fire. Don't get me wrong, there is some weight to that. In other words, when you first start speaking, you definitely want to get your name out there and get exposure. But if you truly want to be what I call a professional speaker, somebody who gets paid at a quality amount, a high amount to share their gift, then you definitely got to make the transition. So some of the things that I first had to do is I had to change my mindset. A lot of you are charging way too little. You're thinking, oh, I'm only worth $200. But on the inside, every time you share that, you feel cheap. So the first thing that you want to understand is you really have to adjust your mindset to say, wait a minute, I can get paid what I'm worth. I mean, doctors make hundreds of dollars. I went to meet with my attorney recently, and he's $300 an hour. And so those individuals are paid for what they're worth. So just because doctors are and actors, and I mean, Will Smith makes $20 million a movie. So you're telling me that you feel bad about taking $2,000-$3,000 for a speech, if not more? That's ridiculous. And think about the lifetime impact that you have on a crowd and individual. So number one, you want to change your mindset. You want to know that it's okay to be highly paid and compensated for what you do well. And I speak that across the board. I mean, everyone knows my stance. I talk about if you're a minister and you do quality work and you travel around the country, you deserve to be highly paid. And if you're a nonprofit organization and you're a director of a nonprofit sharing your message across the country, you deserve to be highly compensated and paid. So again, as a professional speaker, you have to change that mindset that I deserve to be highly paid and compensated for what I do. Secondly, change your language. My language says, when people ask about the cost of my programs, I use the language investment. I say the investment for my program, or as you invest into me. I try not to use the word cost and fees because that's cheap. Because people essentially are investing into you. In other words, I may speak for an hour, but I may have to travel 2 or 3 days to get there round trip. I'm away from my family. I'm away from my day-to-day activities of my business. So people are investing in the years of experience you have, what your personality that you bring to the stage. So you got to look at it in terms of investment level, not just cost fee. The third thing is that you want to realize that you want to stop selling yourself short. If you say, hey, I charge this amount, then stick to that amount. If someone says, hey, if you tell someone you charge $1,000, and then they said, all right, all we have is $200, and you said, okay, I'll do it, then no, you're only a $200 speaker. You're not a $1,000 speaker. So you got to stick to whatever structure you set up. If this is going to be an investment for your programs, that's what you're going to stick to. The last thing that I want to share with you is that you have to develop a good, what I call investment structure, or AKA fee structure, in order for people to understand what they're getting when they book you. In other words, if someone says, hey, I want to book you for this amount, let's say $2,000. Your fee is $2,000, but in their budget, they only have, let's say, $1,200. Well, you don't just drop your cost to $1,200 because you want to take that event. What you do is you have to have some things in there that you can move around to show people that you're not just giving them a freebie. In other words, you may at $2,000, it may include 100 books or an extra workshop, but you say, hey, I'll do it for $1,200, but it doesn't include the books, it doesn't include the workshop, and that way people will see what they're getting. This is just a tidbit of what we're going to be sharing on our blog. I encourage you to check out our website, From No Figures to Six Figures. We have some great programs for speakers just like yourself, for all budget levels. In other words, you can spend a day with Dietra and I, and we'll work with you for 8 to 10 hours one-on-one. We have an amazing group coaching coming up that you're going to engage with us monthly, and we're going to give you some great insights to grow your business. Or you can work with us about an hour. But either way, check out our site, email us, and post and share this video, and let us know what your thoughts are. Have a great day, and as always, stay positive.